What happens if you build a life around heading outside every single day, no matter what? I'm Amy Bouchatz, and you're listening to the Humans Outside Weekly Outdoor Diary, where I share with you my own insights from heading into nature every single day for at least 20 minutes, no matter the weather. What did I learn, hear, see, and experience this week as I take on the Humans Outside 365 Challenge? Come along for my insights and, yes, my more than occasional fails. This is my real life, after all. Are you ready? Let's go. The longer I keep my outdoor habit, the more ways I discover why spending time in nature gives me a connection to place and belonging, and the variety of ways that happens. If you've been listening here for a while, you know how much I love where I live. That's not a fluke or happenstance either. I learned to love where I live because I spend so much time out in it. I adore my small town where the outdoor festivals, people, and culture are so quirky and endearing. I love the way the paths move through the woods and the way the creeks meander to the river, or the way the leaves seem to go from bud to explosion overnight thanks to the long sunlight hours in the summer. I love the way everything is muted and quiet after a heavy snowfall. I even love things I used to hate, like the way the cold air moves in the winter wind and hits my face, or how the low, barely there sun touches the path in January. Studies show that feeling a strong sense of place and belonging to a specific location increases happiness. And that's about more than just appreciating the leaves and trees or just the people and culture. It's about a mixture of both. This week was a reminder of how and why that is. The Vanimal needed an oil change, and so I dropped it off and then parked myself in a cafe window and then later on a patio to knock out some work and some phone calls. It was the morning before another one of our local festivals and prime people-watching time. The sun was out, the flowers in bloom, and people walking down the sidewalk. A friend waved at me through the window. The manager at the car shop and I talked about our town and his military service. I gave a dog a scratch behind the ears. I felt an emotional connection to the people around me who were also enjoying this outdoor space. People are a part of nature too, and being outside together creates a connection with those other humans. It's an important, meaningful, and happiness-increasing part of heading outside. Unless you live in the absolute middle of nowhere, far away from other humans on purpose, your outdoor experience is going to include people. Connecting and building relationships with them is going to be a benefit of going outside. My sense of place has also meant an emotional connection to nature. I used to think that to find that, I was going to need to take up some of the traditions of forest bathing, including finding a real sit spot or a small space somewhere surrounded by nature that I can observe things day over day. You may have heard me talk about how I recently realized that my hot tub has become such a space in a way, because from there I've been watching the same branches grow and change over time. But I've also realized that this day-over-day understanding of what's around me has become more than that too, thanks to this constant immersion in my local outdoors. I am learning to become appreciative of the patterns and rhythms of how things grow and change, the seasons of those things, and how they impact me. And that's about loving where I live too, because I'm not noticing these things out of dislike or wanting them to stop. I'm noticing them out of appreciation, a partnership, really, in each way this place and the attachment I feel to it are impacting me. When I think of taking a walk through my little town, it's because I want to see the flowers that I know are in bloom or, in the winter, how the frost is sitting on a certain tree. I know that I'll encounter unexpected changes because that's how the world works, but also the comfort of pattern, seeing the same things in their place time and time over again. I know that because I've been outside and learned to experience it. The comfort of anticipation gives me a sense of safety and security, another important part of belonging. In all of its diversity and fresh newness, the outdoors has also become a safety net of pattern. Enjoying that meant heading down recently to the festival known as Colony Days for a full day of fun. We started the day with a fundraiser breakfast, then a fun run fundraiser through town. Then we moved on to the annual parade, which I got to judge, and let me just say how fun that was. We walked up and down the streets for food vendors and events, saw friends and neighbors, soaked up the sun, and had a lovely yet completely exhausting time. It was perfect. You can see a photo from that fabulous day and more on Humans Outside on Facebook and Instagram. And of course, I, as always, want to see your photos too. Share them on Facebook and Instagram with hashtag HumansOutside365. Until next time, I'll see you out there.